Once upon a time, there was a queen that had no children. Every morning she would go to her garden and pray,
"Please, God, bestow me with a son or daughter."
One day an angel appeared and granted her wish with a beautiful baby boy. The angel then said,
"Your son will have the power of wishing. He will get whatsoever in the world he wishes for."
A few years later, the queen was in the garden with her son one morning, and they both fell asleep. The cook came by and stole the boy because he wanted to have his wishing power. The cook took a hen and chopped it up and sprayed some blood on the queen's apron and dress to look like she had allowed the wild beast to take her child. Then he took the child away to a secret place. The cook went to the king and said,
"Your Majesty, the queen has let the wild beast take your son."
The king believed the cook when he saw the blood on the queen's apron. The king ordered for the highest tower imaginable to be built, which neither the sun nor moon would be able to be seen, and put the queen in it. For 7 years the queen was put in the tower where everyone believed that she had died of starvation. Little did they know that 2 angels from God, shaped like white doves, brought her food twice a day until the 7 years were over. Over time, the cook thought that the little boy would get him in trouble when he could finally speak, so he went to the boy and told him,
"Wish for a beautiful palace for yourself with a garden of your very own."
And suddenly the boy wished and they both appeared. The cook then said,
"You shall not be alone, so wish for a beautiful girl as a companion."
Suddenly she stood before them more beautiful than any painter could have ever painted. The cook provided for the 2 as they grew, and got scared one day. He told the maiden,
"Tonight when the boy is asleep, go to his bed and kill him. Bring me his heart and tongue, or you too will die."
The next day the cook returned and realized that she had not followed his orders. He then requested she do the same thing the next night. That night she told the boy to lay in his bed with the sheets covered. As she presented the fake parts to the cook, the boy busted out from the sheets and said, "You old man, you wanted to kill me. Now you will become a black poodle and eat burning coals until flames burst from your throat." Suddenly, the cook morphed into a poodle and began eating the coals. The boy began to think of his mother and wondered if she were still alive. The boy told the maiden to come with him to his country and he would provide for her, but she replied,
"There is no way I will be able to do so. The land is so far and I don't know anyone there."
So the boy decided to change the maiden into a pink flower and took her with him in his pocket. When he got to the tower, where his mother was, he wished for a ladder tall enough and quickly climbed to see if she was still alive. When he saw her, he promised,
"I will soon set you free, mother."
Then the boy went to the king and said he was a huntsman and wanted to serve. The king allowed him to hunt, but only if he could get deer, an animal that had never really come to the country before. The boy summoned all the huntsmen, and they went into the forest. He wished for deer, and soon they arrived in an empty field. The king was joyous when the boy returned with the deer and commanded everyone eat with him the next day.
"Your Majesty," he said, "I am your son, and the queen is still alive. The cook took me away, and he blamed her and said that she let the beast take me away, but that is not true."
He looked at the poodle and said, "I have turned him into a poodle, damned to eat burning coals until fire burns out of his mouth. I will show you." Suddenly he wished, and the dog turned back into the cook. The king ordered the cook to be put into the dungeon forever. The boy took the pink out of his pocket and explained how this beautiful maiden did not kill him even though her own life depended on it. The boy wished for her in her human form, and she then appeared. Quickly the king sent 2 maids to fetch his wife from the tower to bring her back. The queen lived for 3 more days and died happily. The king ordered for the cook to be torn to pieces. The king felt so much grief he then died a few days later. The son married the beautiful maiden whom he brought home as a flower in his pocket. No one knows if they are still alive today. The end.